So for the first solve, the first thing that caught my attention was this yellow bar where both pieces on the bar are solved relative to each other. So just a D2 away will put them in their correct spot. And the other two cross pieces are here and here. So this one we don't need to worry about right now. And this one can match up with that to also be solved relatively. And it'll also give us a really easy F2L case between these two. So what I did was I did L, F prime, L prime to get that one solved relative, and a D prime, R2, D prime to get the full cross. Now I have this F2L case, which I actually looked ahead to an inspection, so it's pretty easy. I just did that, and then put it into the back, and then did this insert. For the second F2L pair, what I did was I did a U and a Y prime, and then pretty much just the basic insert for this case. So, and then this case was a little bit weird. So I had been tracking, so for the last case, I was tracking these two, even though it would have been, the case was better for these two, but I had tracked these two throughout the last pair. So I did that, and then did a U2, and then a Y prime, and then that, and a Y, which isn't super efficient, but it also left me with a pretty easy last pair case, like that. And then OLL, and then an A perm. So for the second solve, I inspected like this, and I saw that my yellow edges, which is the cross that I started on, were here, 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 and here. And an L would solve this edge relative to this one. But I also saw that I could do a U prime, and then do that, and then that would get that one away from being solved relatively. So I did that, and then inserted into there, and then did a D prime, and then I saw these two first, and then I probably should have inserted that into the back, but it's whatever. And then I saw these two, did a rotation, and then did it like this, so broke those two up, and then paired them together like this. Then I did something really, really weird on this solve, so I did U2, Y2, U prime to get that set up, which is why you shouldn't insert your first couple pairs into the front, because you can see a lot more of the front, and not inserting into the front kind of cost me a couple seconds in this solve. So anyway, I paired those two up, and then did this insert. Then I brought this over, and then a really, really quick insert, then a really easy OLL, and a V perm, which cost me about like half a second. So for the next solve, my eyes were kind of immediately drawn to green. So I saw that these two were solved relative to each other, and I could do one move to get this one solved. And then I did a D2, and now I could do an R prime to get that one solved, and then a D. The first pair I saw was this one, so I did this, which is pretty obvious, and then I saw this one, which was the same as in the last solve. For the third pair, I paired up these two by rotating, and then I sledged in order to get one edge oriented, and then pretty obvious last pair, and then OLL, and then an N perm, which cost me a sub 10. So the fourth solve was actually really, really bad. I did a lot of really stupid mistakes, but immediately I saw yellow, and I see this one is a d2 away, this one can be one move into a d2 away, but also this one can. So I knew my solution, and then I also made sure to preserve this pair. So I did a u prime, and then brought this down, f prime, r prime, f prime. Then instead of going into the d2, I took this out, then did the d2. And then, like an absolute idiot, I inserted that pair into right there, which was annoying. Then I did a y prime, paired that pair up, and then inserted. And then I kind of fumbled around the cube for a bit, so I did something like... And then I saw... well, I knew that I had this one in the back, so paired those two up, inserted into there, and then I knew that since that was already a pair, it would just be pretty easy to go into that. And then I saw this case, which was an easy 3-mover, then OLL, and another V-perm. And finally, for the last solve, I started on white. This solve is actually the fastest. So I did L, F prime, and then I had a little execution mistake. I accidentally did a D prime when I should have done a D, but I fixed it immediately, so it cost me maybe like 0.25 seconds. And then I saw these two, so I got them to a 3-mover away, paired them up, and then kind of fumbled around with rotations and such, so I did. And then I knew these two, so for the third pair, I saw these two, and then the fourth pair, I saw these two, which was pretty simple. Then I got this OLL, and an R perm. So anyway, thank you guys very much for watching my example solves, and I'll see you guys next time.